Hello, Aries. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. I hope you're all doing well. Aries, welcome to your monthly money and finances forecast. Aries, I've already shuffled and laid out your spread. We're going to move on to your reading, but stick around. At the end, Aries, we're going to take a look and see what is some additional guidance and final message that you can receive about your money situation. So let's get started, Aries. Now, Aries, the overall energy around your money and finances is you do have the Five of Wands. So your money is chaotic. This is you dealing with struggles, fighting for what you need to have happen with your money. This may be you under pressure, very irritated and annoyed about your money and finances, experiencing a lot of hassles. You may be experiencing rebellion or being rebellious, but this is challenging times around your money and finances and a need to focus on how to change it, or there may be something or things you may need to walk away from so as to avoid or bring it into the hassles. But there's some challenges, some chaotic energy around your money and finances. Now, your attitude about that Five of Wands is the Ace of Cups. I like seeing this for you because with the Ace of Cups here, this is you focusing on the possibilities, on how to change that or how to address it or how to, get through. This Ace of Cups is also saying that perhaps it is possible you could be presented with something new and needing to make a choice about it. This may be you taking a chance or risk with something in order for it to pay off, but be careful because it may not pay off right away. This is also perhaps doing something foolish, though, with this Ace of Cups here, because if you take a look with this Ace of Cups, Alice has like this bottle in her hand, could be potion, but she doesn't seem to be all that confident about what's going on there, or she looks like she's doing something that's a little tricky or a little awkward or a little bizarre, a little, there's something around the air of mischief or air of, uh, you know, an opportunity could possibly not be an opportunity here, right? The Ace of Cups is also saying that you could be taking a chance on what to create or be looking at trying to see what you can create. Okay, to have what you want or get what you want here with this Ace of Cups. Now, Aries, your money situation is the Nine of Swords. This is a lot of concerns, a lot of fears, a lot of worries, a lot of doubts. You may be losing sleep about this with the Nine of Swords, but there's a lot of concerns going on here around your money and finances. Now, you do have, as your attitude towards money and finances is the King of Coins. Now, the first thing I want to say about this King of Coins is he's kind of looking away from the Nine of Swords. So this could be you not giving a care or a doggone concern towards concerns with money. This may be due to mismanagement of funds or just being rebellious towards what needs to happen or what you need to do to secure your situation or to manage it here. The King of Pentacles, you see he's holding that sandwich. So I feel like also with the King of Pentacles here, the King of Coins for you, Aries, this also can be, in terms of your energy attitude, this may be a time where you would turn into food to soothe your issues and concerns about money. This may be overeating, but also the King of Coins may be saying that you are overdoing something or you're miscalculating here. You could be indulging in things and creating your own worry and concerns and fears here, okay? But there are fears about money. With the King of Coins here as your attitude, there's a need to focus on how to manage it. I'm not so sure you are focused on managing it. This may be you trying to, or this may be you needing to come up with a more practical approach. Okay? There may be a need to be more flexible, or there may be a need to tighten up. But this here is needing to focus on doing what needs to happen to have success with creating what you want. But be careful about miscalculating how you go about doing that. Okay? Now, for some of you, you have a lot of concerns about your money and finances, but for some of you, even if your money and finances is okay, you're still questioning your stability and security in that regard with that Nine of Swords there. Be careful about what you're investing in as well, or the lack of investing. You want to make sound decisions here, or have sound judgment here. There may be concerns with what you're scrutinizing, or you may be worried about how you can simplify your money situation, responsibilities, and goals so that you can maintain and remain secure and stable. Now, Aries, you have the Eight of Swords, so you go from the 9 to the 8 here. So it's like you're moving backwards. You got the Eight of Swords, and your energy and attitude towards the Eight of Swords is the Lover. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. But with the Eight of Swords here, this is experiencing a trap mindset. This is also experiencing interference or experiencing some sort of error with money, whether you're causing it or it's happening to you. The Eight of Swords is saying that you're having trouble navigating this, or you're not able to see a way out around your concerns and worries. The Eight of Swords is also saying that you're struggling with the ability to liberate yourself, or you don't know how to liberate yourself here. The Eight of Swords is also saying you could well be finding yourself having to work within the confines of the limitations and restrictions around your money and finances that you have available to you, or with what you can do. And so the Lovers here is your attitude. This is about focusing on needing to make important decisions, head over heart decisions, logical decisions, rational decisions. There may be a focus on a relationship or a contract or commitment here that needs to be focused on and addressed with the Lovers here. The Lovers is also saying that there's a need to focus on how to address your troubles and difficulties and see how to make it fade away. But also the Lovers is asking for you, as your energy and attitude, to be gentle with yourself while you're dealing with your troubling and challenging circumstances with money, but seeing how you can logically create balance and harmony here. Your money could be attached to a situation or significant relationship or connection where your money is being influenced here, but you're experiencing restrictions and limitations here. Now, for some of you, there may be a focus on protecting your money and finances, and you may be having your guard up here because you're looking to make decisions that are sound and make sense due to the concerns you're worrying about, or due to all the cares around money, or is because of the lack of care. Now, by the end, for you, Aries, you do have this Ten of Wands. Okay? So this is your money and finances situation, the Ten of Wands. And so with this Ten of Wands energy here, you're experiencing a lot of burden. You are feeling overwhelmed about your money and finances here. You may be taking on too many responsibilities. You could be looking at how to relieve yourself of the responsibilities that you're finding yourself having to deal with and go through here with this Ten of Wands energy. But also, with this Ten of Wands energy that you're experiencing here, there's a need to see how to get some relief with what's going on here, because you may be doing too much. But be careful about pointless responsibilities too with this Ten of Wands energy. Now there could be some struggles and fights between yourself and others with this Ten of Wands as well. But this is burdensome energy. Now your attitude towards your money and finances, towards that Ten of Wands, is you do have the Seven of Cups. So you could be having some wishful thinking around this. You may be fantasizing about the possibilities, but this is you needing to, or you are focusing on trying to focus on the preferences you need to have for your money and your finances to work, focusing on the priorities. You could be confused. You could be coming up with a completely new way of viewing options or new perspectives for options. You may be being very unconventional. It's also possible you may not be able to make up your mind. Be careful about squabbles with others or being confused by others. Be careful about any contradictory information that could be given to you or how you're viewing this. This may be you having too many options, or you may not have enough options, but definitely a choice needs to be made here with the Seven of Cups as your energy about this Ten of Wands. Now, your goal with your money is strength. So you could be dealing with a Leo. And your attitude about strength is you do have this Two of Coins. So with strength here, your goal is to be calm about your money and finances and not lose your temper. Your goal is to have fortitude and purpose, will and determination. Your goal is to do everything in your power that you can to balance things and make sure everything is good and everything is okay and doing well. With strength here, this is you focusing on resolving the difficulties. This is what you're hoping for. You're hoping to be brave in the midst of challenges and struggles and strife about money. When you're dealing with alarming shit that's going on with money and finances, I mean, you do got that Nine of Swords, that Eight of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands, and that Five of Wands. So there's a lot of chaotic, troubling stuff and challenges and strife going on around your money, Aries. Now, with strength here, I feel like this is about you being resilient as well. This is about you trying to lasso this thing, right? And create some control, create some balance here. Now, with the Two of Coins being your attitude with strength for your goals here, your goal is you want to balance things. You are looking to see how to adapt. You may be looking to make a practical decision here, or trying to make practical decisions here with the things that you're weighed down by, or seeing what you can release yourself from where you may have too many tasks. You might be doing something very difficult that's also weighing you down. There may be things that are a little tricky and risky for you while you're trying to navigate all of this concerning your money and finances here. This Two of Coins is also saying that your goal is you don't want to have to struggle to be able to control your money situation. You want to be able to juggle and multitask. You want to be able to hold up under an awkward situation with money. You want to get things under control and keep it under control. You want to bring order to chaos. Okay, you don't want to have to struggle for things to be done, and you want it to be simple. Okay, you don't want trying to simplify this to be a struggle. Those are your goals. Now, what's crossing you about your money and finances here, Aries, is you do have the Page of Wands, and your attitude towards that is the Four of Swords. So you may be having challenges with getting some news, challenges with what you are observing or experiencing here with money, challenges with performing what needs to happen with money, challenges with, getting your needs met, taking your money and finances situation in a new direction. The Page of Wands is also saying here you could be being in challenges of being impulsive, impractical. The Page of Wands is also saying that you could have issues with being brave and adventurous, Or there may be a need to be mindful about how brave and adventurous you are. There may be challenges with being able to create new direction for your money, or take new actions, or find new actions you can take with money. There may be trouble with you being able to stay enthusiastic about your money and finances. You may be having struggles with how to respond to your money and finances situation, or you may be having trouble getting a response to your money and finances situation here with the Page of Wands. And so with the Four of Swords being your attitude towards your Page of Wands, this struggle, this challenge you have with money, the challenge of being inspired or being remaining enthusiastic or excited towards how you can take your money in a new direction or act upon things here. With this Four of Swords being your energy and attitude, you may be trying to stay calm amidst chaos. You are focusing on trying to recover and recoup what's going on with your money and finances situation with this Four of Swords. You may be trying to see how to take a step back or bring things to rest that are concerning you, that may be that where there are some disturbances or difficulties, or just things are chaotic. You see how everything is kind of all over the place here. You may be figuring, you don't know what to do, or you may be trying to take a break until a more opportune time. Okay? Now, but you certainly want to bring your money and finance issues to rest. Or you may be looking to create or have a truce here. This truce may need to be formed with yourself or with others. But your outcome with your money is you do have the Hangman, and your attitude towards that is the Ace of Wands. So the Hangman here, you could be involved with or dealing with a Pisces. The Hangman is saying you could be experiencing some stagnation or inability to move the way you need to or want to with your money. There could be some frustrations around money. Something could be failing. There may be some uncertainty. You could be under some delusion, but you're seeking enlightenment. The Hangman is also saying you could be experiencing delays or things on hold, or you needing to put things on hold because there's a need to sort things out. There's a need to come up with better alternatives, or there's a need to get a new perspective. And so with the Hangman here, there's a need to put the pause button on. Okay? There could be a hold up with money, or a hold up with the way you want to do things here. And so with this Ace of Wands being your energy and your attitude with money, this may be you trying to start something new, take initiative, take a lead, right? To initiate something, to take action, to get inspired. This may be you starting something new, even though it isn't quite clear to you what you're starting, or how this is going to flare, or what kind of movement or momentum it's going to bring. The Ace of Wands is also saying that you need to work out what's really going on with your money and finances before you make a move, before you do anything. This is also saying with the Ace of Wands that there's a need for you to be innovative. You may find that you will have to use something or do something for an unexpected purpose. This here is you experiencing an awkward beginning here, but you starting nonetheless, so that you can remove delays, or that you can be okay while there is some sort of stagnation. You may be looking at what you may need to sacrifice. You could be experiencing a measure of victim mentality, but this is asking you to act and be mindful of the action that you take or what you initiate here. But that there is a need to act, but there's a need for you to really look at what's really going on in order for you to do that. Okay? To get some enlightenment, to come up with a different perspective or a new way or a new approach to doing this. Because on this Ace of Wands, you do have the careful. And the wisdom of the careful is take good care of yourself, Aries. That's a 13. So we could be talking about death, breaking down to a 4. It can be also talking about the Emperor, you. And so there's a need for you to focus on how to transform your money and finances situation, to see how to renew it, to see how to change it, to deal with the loss that you are experiencing or that is coming in, to see what you need to let go of that you may be holding on to, and see how you can release yourself here. But there's a need for you to take care of yourself, to take care of your money situation. This is definitely something that you need to cleanse and get some peace with. So let's see what some guidance is for you, Aries. What's the guidance for Aries, please, Spirit, about money and finances? Guidance for Aries, please, money and finances. Guidance for Aries, money and finances. What's the guidance and additional message, please, for Aries about their money and finances? Oop, this is the one that flipped. That's the one we'll take. Thank you, spirits. So, you have, Aries, I am improving my relationship with money. How do I feel about money? How can I become better friends with my finances? So I feel like this is something you had a hand in causing. You didn't give the level of care to your money and finances the way you could have or should have. This here is you perhaps weren't being a good steward over your money and finances, but you know what? Don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself. Don't be judged, but be convicted about what needs to happen with your money and finances. And there's a need for you to have a better way of dealing with and how you do things about your money and create a better relationship here. So there could be issues of overspending, or you just wanting what you want, no matter the cost here. Whether it, is overeating or overindulging in some way. And so let's see what some guidance is for you. What is the guidance for Aries, money and finances, please? Guidance for Aries. Or, whatever you wanted, maybe you needed to look at a more cost-effective way to having it instead of, because the King of Pentacles wants what he wants, right? And so there's a need not to be stubborn when it comes to concerns with money. Thank you, Spirit. And so your additional message is it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. It is safe for you to receive. Okay? But also do it where it's safe too. In a way that's safe for you. And quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So you're going to have to sit with this and really meditate and consider and come up with the plan, the strategy, and the right choices for you to create what needs to happen here to diffuse the chaotic circumstances around this and to move away from it by you being that change agent. Okay? Because you can change. Yeah. You can change this. So there's a need to pause until you know what to do next throughout the month. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, Aries.